80% of falls in the home occur in the bathroom. Don't put yourself or a loved one at risk. There's a safe bathing system for everyone's budget.
Enjoy a bathing experience that combines safety, comfort, and excellence. If assisted living is not for you, a BCI walk-in tub may well be the answer, giving you the safety and freedom to live independently. A BCI walk-in tub is the most affordable and comfortable walk-in tub in the market today. With our dual drain technology, your tub will drain quickly, and for those that still like the feature of a shower, our two-way bliss gives you both a handheld and overhead shower head. We offer the best financing in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months with approved credit. For comfort, safety, price, and selection, it's got to be BCI Walk-In Tub. Be one of the first 50 callers and save $1,500.
Call 800-354-4377, 800-354-4377 for a free no obligation in-home consultation.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sportsbook. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E. Make your first wager of $20 or more and you'll get $100 in free bets. That's $100 in free bets when your first wager on Borgata Sports is $20 or more. Get into the action with BorgataSports.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to this week's edition of the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to be doing a whip-around look at the news stories that have happened in the sports betting industry over the past week. We've got our usual state and national sports betting reports. We've got New York September figures to talk about. We've got Kansas's first month. Indiana, Iowa both set some benchmarks, and we've also got Ontario numbers to talk about. In the deals section, we're going to be talking about deals involving BetMGM, Pechanga Casino, the Saracen Casino in Arkansas. As a matter of fact, we have some first-of-its-kind deal coming out of that area of the country. Industry updates, we've got a couple launches to talk about from PointsBet. We've even got a sports betting app to talk about that has to do with the Apple Watch. And also we have some news coming from Fanatics regarding their potential launch coming up soon. And in the legislative roundup, we're going to be talking about California, Mississippi, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania if we have time. We've got a whole bunch of things to talk about in all those four states. So let's get started right away with our numbers. Like we do every week, we're going to start off with New York. And usually we do the weekly handle and revenue reports that are coming in from the state for the mobile sports betting industry. But this time we're going to talk about the monthly number that came out from.
So this number is going to just seem huge.
Yes.
Every week we talk about the weekly numbers from New York, and they're mind-boggling. But now it's September. We'll see the whole month in its whole.
The New York Gaming Commission reported their September numbers, and what they came out with, and again, you're right, these numbers sound incredible compared to some of the other state numbers we've been dealing with. An online mobile handle, however you want to phrase it, of $1.25 billion for the month of September.
Billion with a B.
Billion with a B.
Unbelievable.
For $143.3 million in gross gaming revenue and $73 million in taxes to the state. That is all around the board. Those are incredible numbers.
Yep, great.
We
were a little worried, like the first 3 weeks of the NFL season weren't really great, weren't what we were expecting. Well, what I wasn't expecting. I thought they were going to be massive, but it was interesting though.
Well, what we were seeing in the handle numbers, as the NFL season progressed so far, was that they were slowly going up and up and up. Handle-wise was going up. Revenue was going down a little bit. I don't know whether that was just an instance of some of the weeks, one or two of the weeks having good holds, or the bettors just got the best of the books on other weeks. But again, the handle was slowly going up and up over the first 3 weeks of the NFL season. And we're taping this before the week ending September 9th comes out. I'm assuming we're going to see October 9th. Sorry. I'm still thinking before football. But I think what we're going to be seeing is probably, I'm taking a guess here because I haven't seen the numbers yet, anywhere between $350 $360 million for the weekly handle for that week. Last week it was 322. The week before that was 301. The week before that was 297. Mm-hmm. So it's been slowly going up and up and up, and something to bear watching with in terms of how the NFL season progresses.
And look, we're adding more sports too,
yes,
especially in New York. I mean, certainly the Yankees are in the playoffs. We got the Rangers starting, the Islanders starting, so there's going to be a lot of betting in the New York City area. So I'm very curious to see how that progresses with the adding other sports in it. Later on in the month, in October, we're going to have basketball, so should be interesting.
Well, again, October seems to be the busiest month of the sports calendar. Everything is going at once.
It's the best month of the sports calendar.
And even
you got so many sports going.
You also even have NASCAR running too. So, motor racing, we've got golf. We've still got a whole bunch of different sports going on
I have to take
at the same time.
I wonder if NASCAR is really big in New York. That's one number I haven't really looked at. I mean, NASCAR is a very popular sport to bet on, but I'm just curious to see if New Yorkers really bet on NASCAR.
Well, they haven't been reporting the numbers as such where they break it down by sport so far. So, you're right. I don't know what sport is the most popular. I would assume football and baseball, the normal ones. And
normal ones?
the normal ones in every state. I'm talking about.
So if you're a NASCAR fan, you're just not normal, damn it.
Well, there you go. Well, as I misspoke and you jumped all over that, again, the New York numbers for New York, and these dwarf a lot of the individual states in terms of how much they are. If we look at what the New York numbers are now in terms of handle, overall for all-time post-PASPA handle, New York right now came in with about $11.9 billion in handle.
Wow.
That's through the first week of October as well. And that places them fifth all-time already. They're just in their first year of mobile sports betting. I mean,
they're not even their first year. I mean, January they started.
Yes, mid-January. But they are behind in terms of all-time post-PASPA revenue. New Jersey, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Illinois. New Jersey leads with about $29.6 billion so far.
Wow,
that's I don't see New Jersey holding on to that lead with the way New York is.
No.
I
mean, we're probably next. I guess. What month are you thinking that New York is going to overtake New Jersey?
I would say in terms of all time.
Yeah, in terms of all time.
You might see that by the Super Bowl, if not by March Madness.
I'm thinking early 2023, maybe the first quarter of 2023. I'm thinking New York is just going to pass New Jersey, just whiz right by this state.
I think March Madness probably is a good benchmark for that. In terms of year-to-date handle, 2022, New York is number one already.
Oh, okay, see?
Yeah.
Okay.
New York has, through September, the end of September, about $11.5 billion. Okay. That's number one. New Jersey is second with about $6.8 billion.
Okay.
So there's a huge gap there already.
Number three is Illinois? Am I thinking?
Number three is Illinois.
All right, look at that.
And number four is Nevada, and number five is Pennsylvania. It's the same five states, just in different order. All time, it's New Jersey, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Illinois, then New York. For a 2022 handle, it's New York, New Jersey, Illinois, Nevada, Pennsylvania. Same five states.
Okay.
Just different order. Mm-hmm. Speaking of brand new states, we have Kansas reporting on its first month of sports betting.
Wow, it's their first month anniversary.
Very good numbers. Very good numbers for Kansas. $160 million in terms of handle, $1.3 million revenue, and also taxes just under $130,000, which is great for a state like that. It's not in New York. It's not in New Jersey. First month out of the gate, they're actually performing extremely well.
Okay.
Indiana had a whole bunch of different benchmarks to hit. Let's see. Indiana became the 8th state in the post-PASPA era to generate at least $50 million in revenue for a month.
Wow.
Indiana also became the 6th state to surpass $9 billion in post-PASPA handle. New Jersey, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Illinois, New York round out the other 5.
Indiana is an awesome market. I mean, I'm just constantly hearing about Indiana. It's just absolutely amazing, the numbers coming out of Indiana. So you never think of them as a sports betting state. When you give me a great sports betting state, Indiana never jumps to mind. But every month when you take a look at the numbers from Indiana, it's really good.
Yes, and Indiana was also the 8th state to reach $3 billion in handle for the 2022 calendar year, not fiscal year, because a lot of other states have fiscal years starting different times. Yep. But for 2022, Indiana is the 8th state to reach $3 billion in handle. And in the September numbers, they just set a record revenue, $51.2 million in revenue. That's a state record. FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, and Barstool all set monthly revenue records as well for the month of September for Indiana.
Barstool is doing amazing. Didn't they come in first in Kansas?
Yes, they
during
did.
Their Kansas's first month.
And their casino partner. Yes.
Yeah, Barstool's doing awesome.
Well, that's Barstool is setting new marks here and there. And,
absolutely.
They're one of the sports books to watch, and we'll see exactly what happens, especially with Barstool taking over a lot of the the score bet that were in the United States. Going over to Iowa. Iowa set a net state sports betting revenue record in September, beating its previous record of $19.75 million set back on November 21st. The state also reported...
So it's a new revenue record.
It was 21 point something.
21 point something.
I don't have it in my notes here.
Okay.
21.7.
Okay.
I think it was. The state also reported its first $200 million handle since March. And DraftKings cleared $1 billion in handle in the state. And the $7.34 million September revenue is all-time monthly high for any mobile operator in Iowa. That's DraftKings.
Yeah, well, DraftKings is the book in Iowa, I guess. They're number one, I guess. And I guess FanDuel's number second. Number second. Number second. His number 2 is second. So,
well, again, it's always DraftKings, FanDuel, except where you're dealing with Kansas. Kansas was Barstool. Over in Oregon, the state of Oregon reported a record monthly revenue of $5.4 million in September. Their previous high was $5.03 million in May. The state handle also passed the $300 million mark for this year, 2022, and $900 million all time. Let's go north of the border because iGaming Ontario released the gaming report, and they do it by quarters. They did second quarter of 2022, July 1st to September 30th. That's their second quarter for this year. Handle of $6.04 billion Canadian. That's up from $4.1 billion in the first quarter. Now, when we're talking the handle and revenue numbers, these do not separate out online casino, online poker, or online sports betting. It just lumps them all together. They don't break it out like that. The revenue was up from $162 million in the first quarter to $267 million in the second quarter here. And that's also a factor of the number of operators increased from 18 to 24 between the two quarters. And also the number of gaming websites increased from 31 to 42.
I got to tell you, Ontario must be a gambler's paradise. They just exploded this year. I mean, they have online everything, online casinos, online poker, online sports betting. It's just great.
Well, what's interesting is the number of active accounts that are occurring in Ontario.
Okay.
According to iGaming Ontario, the first quarter had 492,000 active accounts. They now have 628,000 active player accounts in the second quarter, and the average monthly spend per user is also up. $113 in the first quarter, $142 per user in the second quarter.
Okay.
So we're seeing growth everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's just exploding in Ontario. It's great.
Yes, and I'm very curious to see when or if they ever do the breakout, see which part of the industry is leading the way, whether it's online casino, online poker, or sports betting. So we'll just have to wait and see if they get even more detailed with their reports. Let's head on over to some deals. Well, over the last week, we've had a whole bunch of deals that have happened. one of the big ones was involving BetMGM. BetMGM announced a partnership with the Cincinnati Reds. As we all know, Ohio is going to be launching their sports betting industry January 1st. The Reds have named BetMGM an official sports betting partner of the team. It's a multi-year agreement with plans to open a retail BetMGM sportsbook at Great American Ballpark.
See, that's great. I love that.
That's the second sportsbook BetMGM will have at a Major League Baseball stadium.
Yeah, Washington was the first.
Nationals
right?
Park.
Okay.
Nationals
Yeah,
Park.
all
That
right.
opened in January of this year.
So what I understand with these retail books, you can't go through the book and walk out into the field side of the building, right? It's only enter and exit on outside of the ballpark. Okay.
Exactly. According to the deal,
Was that some kind of weird way that Major League Baseball wanted to say,
It's the same-
all right, we like gambling, we just don't like it that much, that we're not too attached to it. Is that
same
kind of weird thing?
It's the same situation as when the NFL, will allow technically a sportsbook to open on a stadium property, but not connected to the stadium.
Okay.
Like over in Arizona, I think it's BetMGM as well there. Their retail book is on the stadium property and is connected to the stadium, but you can't access the stadium from the book.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to have the exact same situation here. The retail BetMGM Sportsbook at Great American Ballpark will only be accessible from outside the ticketed areas of the ballpark.
So that makes it okay. So the MLB isn't fully embracing
Right.
sports betting. Is that what they can say now?
That's basically
Is that
what
what
they're
they were
saying.
trying to
Yes.
do now? Okay,
BetM
I got it.
And you'll see BetMGM signage
we love
everywhere.
you, but at
Yes.
arm's length. That's what we like.
They're going to have a branded foul line during select games.
A
for
branded
BetMGM.
foul line. What's
That's
that?
interesting.
Will they have it written on the white?
All it
the way-
said in the release was there'll be branded foul line. during
Branded
select
foul
games.
lines.
Messaging behind home plate.
I didn't even know you can sponsor a foul line. The closest thing about a foul line is the pesky pole in Fenway. That was the closest thing naming a foul line.
I was waiting to see some of the coaches' boxes down the first or third base line being sponsored.
Oh,
You know,
okay, yeah.
I always thought that would be the first thing. I didn't think of a foul line being sponsored, but
They should sponsor each base. First base sponsored by BetMGM. Second base sponsored by Caesars. You got to do something like that.
well, I'm waiting to see.
I'm being a pioneer in the marketing field. See?
I'm waiting to see a
giving
lot of
people
different
ideas.
things. Where is it the digital signage in the outfield? In terms of on the grass.
Yeah, right.
That sort of stuff. But they're going to have a Great American Ballpark signage everywhere. You're going to have an outfield wall sign.
Okay.
Like I said, messaging behind home plate. You're also going to have a BetMGM suite and club seats at the stadium as well. So this is BetMGM everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Over in, let's see, we have, going over to the West Coast, we have the Pechanga Resort Casino announcing a multi-year partnership with the Los Angeles Clippers, designating Pechanga as the team's exclusive tribal casino partner.
Okay.
It's not necessarily sports betting because, as we all know, there's no sports betting in California yet. Pechanga will have in-area signage as well as social media presence on the team's digital channels. There's going to be in-game promotions, watch parties as well
That's
for the
cool.
Clippers.
All right.
So it's another deal, and Pechanga has already had deals with Angels Baseball, SoFi Stadium, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Rams, the Lakers.
Wow, Pechanga is the place to be, huh?
And University of Southern California Athletics also has a deal with Pechanga.
All right.
So it's just adding to Pechanga's resume in terms
I've never
of
been
the
there,
sports
but considering all the sports stuff they have going on, I can't wait to visit it.
And now we have a first-of-its-kind deal coming out of Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Saracen Casino Resort announced a partnership with BetSwap. Now, this has to do with secondary market of bet slips, buying and selling your bets.
Okay, so this is
BetSwap.
BetSwap.
Right.
There was a prop swap?
PropSwap. Yes,
That was
that's
okay.
another company like it. But
Are
this
they
is BetSwap.
competitors?
They are competitors.
They are competitors.
Customers on the Bet Saracen mobile and online betting app will have the opportunity to not only place bets through the app, but to sell their betting slips.
See, I like that. I like that.
One-stop shopping.
All in one place. That's great.
The technology BetSwap uses will recommend a price that the bettor might want to seek for the betting slip that he or she owns, or they can choose their own price.
Why wouldn't you automatically do that? If I make a futures bet in basketball hasn't started yet, so if I make a future bet in basketball, why wouldn't I automatically put it in to the secondary marketplace? I mean, I can always have it there, and it's I don't have to accept any offer that's given to me. Well, why wouldn't I just automatically put all my future bets in that kind of thing?
Because some of the technology doesn't allow you to withdraw the bet slip once you put it on there.
Okay.
So you have to take a look at what the technology offers. Some don't allow you to pull it back out of the secondary market. Once you
but
put
they
it on
all
there.
allow you. I mean, you don't have to.
Right. You don't
grab
have to
an
accept
offer.
it.
So
Right.
I mean, if you don't take the offer, it's yours, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I just automatically do that?
A lot of people just can't.
Yeah, right. Email me and tell me why I shouldn't automatically do that. So,
well, again, if somebody wants to pay you for like $1 million ticket, but they're going to pay $20,000, and where you can have a chance at $1 million, cash out.
But that's my choice, though.
Yeah,
I don't have to take their offer. I mean,
a lot of people can't part with that shot at $1 million payout versus or a huge payout. I shouldn't say
that's the choices you
$1 million.
make. I mean,
so but first of its kind deal, and I wish we could see a lot more.
No,
of these
I
type
wish
deals.
I wish someone would email me that, or I don't know how you contact us, or
info at turnpikesportsradio.com.
I mean, you can or the
or
social media or stuff like that.
Sports, at
so
Bets.
if there was a place where you can place a bet, you place a future bet, and there was also on the section the same app that you could like a bet swap or a prop swap, why wouldn't you automatically put it in there and you just ride it out?
Well, right now you can only do it in Arkansas.
Okay. I'll have to go down to Arkansas and test out my theory.
There you go. All right.
Never has anyone said that in their life.
Let
me test out my theory and go down to Arkansas. Okay.
Now that we're done insulting Arkansas,
I'm not insulting Arkansas. They're they brought something to mind, and it's a great what they're doing down there. And I'm just curious, why wouldn't, if I have a future bet, just automatically put it in something like that?
I just like the way they're expanding the reach of it's not a normal betting app. Mm-hmm. It allows you to do a lot more.
Yeah, options are great.
Yes. Let's head on over to some industry updates. In our industry updates segment here, we've got PointsBet being extremely busy. A couple different announcements from PointsBet have happened over the past week.
Does this have something to do with their studio in New York City?
One of them does.
Okay. All right.
PointsBet will be using the content created from its PointsBet studio to increase the content on its app.
Okay.
Basically, what they're going to be doing is some of the shows they're going to be producing, like the Ryan Leaf show, as well as other content they're going to be creating on PointsBet, and they're calling it PointsBet Plus.
Now, when you say app, do you mean if I log in with my computer, I can still get the production that they're offering?
They're saying it's on the app.
Okay.
Whether it's on the actual desktop, I don't know. It was focused so much on the app in this press release. But what they're doing, the clips that are being made, and this is where the uniqueness is. They're breaking up every show into clips that are going to be native to the individual games that are being bet on through the app. If you go to like the Green Bay Jets game coming up, or just the Green Bay Jets game that just happened, you're going to see clips that are related to Green Bay Packers.
See, that's pretty
Jets,
cool. I like that
stuff.
Okay.
Same thing with other games and other aspects of different betting events.
Okay, good. I like that. that.
They're going to be making new shows like with Ryan Leaf, and the shows are going to be set up in such a way that they can be broken down into the different clips for the different betting events that are going on over the coming week or coming days or whatever. And they're going to be having as much content as possible native to each individual betting event. It's really cool the way they're looking at it.
I like the way they're doing that. I mean, I know a lot of sports books have, when you go to the particular game, they have different stats and different trends to help you out in your betting activity. PointsBet's just taking it one step further and putting some production value into it. Good for them. I like that.
They hope to create 20.
I need all the help I can get, so good for them. So
they're hoping to create 20 to 25 on-demand clips.
Okay.
That go to individual markets.
Good.
So it's going to be kind of interesting because I think what they're trying to do, and I think it's a good way to go about it, is creating more time on their app. Mm-hmm. The more information, the more content, not only does it educate you, but it also gives you more time on the app to spend your money.
Yeah. And it's something that draws people to their app.
What's the phrase?
Look, Sunday morning before football, I'm on I have so many apps that I have accounts with. It takes a while, and if I'm spending a lot more time on the PointsBet app, it's good for them and it's good for business. So,
what is it? Customer retention.
Yeah, I guess so.
The other announcement PointsBet has was they have enabled successfully on their homepage feature the series of NFL Lightning bets. And I've actually done this, and over the last week.
I haven't done it yet. So
when you go into PointsBet, you'll see something called Lightning bets that are attached to the different games. You'll see like the regular points, then you have the same game parlay, then you have something underneath called Lightning bets.
Okay.
You click that on, and it has a bet all set up for you if you want to take it.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that in other sports books too,
Yes,
but
so
I'm glad they have it. Okay.
They are the first to actually have this for multiple sports.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I know, what was it? Was it FanDuel that they have like this big parlay that's...
that's the recommended parlays.
Yeah.
That's different than a Lightning bet. This is while the game is going on.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
This is almost a live betting feature.
Oh, wow. Okay. In play, huh?
Yeah. And according to PointsBet, this enabling of the NFL Lightning bets led to a 108% increase in handle and a 184% increase in unique customers. Mm-hmm. Week over week for the NFL season so far.
See, I like that in-play aspect of it because they're putting together things that you probably haven't thought of because, when you're in play, you kind of have to make the decision pretty quickly.
Yes.
So I like what they're doing.
Over in G2E, SB22, which is a sportsbook operator, on the tech side, they have a platform and a sportsbook. They announced that they have developed a new dedicated solution called AW22, which is designed for the Apple Watch. There is no other sports betting app designed for the watch.
That's pretty awesome.
So it's a brand new opportunity for consumers.
My phone is not an Apple, so is there an equivalent Apple Watch for Android?
Is there an Android watch? I don't know.
Is there an Android? Because I wouldn't mind that.
Just strap your phone to your wrist.
The holiday season's coming up. If there's an Android watch,
yes,
I like to put that on my Santa list.
There you go. So. Well, Santa's probably got an Apple Watch.
It probably does.
Yeah. Last but not least for this segment, we have Fanatics. We've been waiting for Fanatics to talk about when they're going to be launching, where they're going to be launching. They didn't get into New York, but according to CEO Michael Rubin, and he announced this at the CAA World Congress of Sports, which was held in New York just recently, that Fanatics sports betting division will be launching early next year during the NFL playoffs. January 2023.
Where are they going to be launching?
They're planning on launching in every major state except New York because they can't get into New York. So you're looking at 15 to 20 states.
By the way, aren't they on the list for Massachusetts?
They
actually use their name, Fanatics.
Fanatics Bet.
Fanatics Bet,
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Bet Fanatics.
Bet Fanatics.
Bet Fanatics
okay.
is what they're called. Well, again, they put their name in. Whether or not they get any of the licenses is up to the Gaming Commission.
And God knows what the Gaming Commission's doing in Massachusetts right now.
Still don't know.
Still don't know.
But that's it for the industry update segment. Let's finish up the show with our legislative roundup.
Look at that. I segue right into. Are you going to talk about Massachusetts?
Yes, I am.
Oh, look at that. What amazing segue.
Although I think we just covered Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Did we do it?
Nothing's really
All
happening.
right.
So
we'll do another state.
But we'll go into what's going on around the country with the legislative roundup. Well, like we finish up the last segment, we might as well talk Massachusetts. Really, they've been having meeting after meeting after meeting. The only thing they settled upon was a possible time frame. They're talking late January for retail, and then mobile they hope by March.
Okay.
March Madness. I don't know if they're going to be able to hit the Super Bowl with online betting. They want to hit Super Bowl with retail. So it'll be interesting to see exactly if they hold true to that potential timeline.
The one thing about mobile in March, the last thing you want to do is set up mobile, and if for some bizarre reason something fails or something goes kablooey, you don't want to have March Madness and the problems you have associated with the online gaming thing during such a huge betting event. If I know everyone wants it right away, but the best thing to do is probably for mobile is after March Madness.
Yes.
And, you got all the bugs worked out, and you have, go hard into baseball,
Well, the one thing they should take note of, the Mass Gaming Commission, is what happened down in D.C. during the Super Bowl.
Oh, it was a mess.
Gambit. They went down during the Super Bowl.
That's the last thing you want to have happen for something like March Madness.
It's something they should keep in the back of their minds. I don't know if they are, but again, they call this an aggressive timeline. And again,
it is an aggressive timeline.
The dates can be pushed back if they see different things happening in terms of public opinion, whether or not they can't agree on the application language. I know in the recent Gaming Commission meeting just last week, they had a scoping questionnaire that need to be filled out by potential applicants, and if they didn't fill that out and return it by a certain date, I think it was October 17th or something, their file would be closed administratively. I don't know exactly what the ramifications of closing a file administratively. Maybe they don't get to file an application.
Who knows? But
again, I think they're going along as they go along. I mean, I don't see a lot of...
Look, it's good that they're being cautious, because the last thing you want to have is start it up and have something terrible go wrong, or something malfunction, or have problems with the online accounts and things like that. So you know what? Take your time, do it right.
Yeah.
Dot your I's, cross your T's, and make it work well when it finally launches.
If they can do something in between the launch times, like what Kansas did and what Ohio's doing, if they could actually mirror that type of window and do it the right way, that's actually a good way of looking at it.
I think starting retail first. Certainly can be done. I think it's fine. It's when you start with the online things and the online accounts, and there's a lot of things that could go wrong with the technology right away for the online accounts. That's what you have to worry about.
Well, again, it's a matter of them getting all on the same page. I'm talking them as in the commissioners.
Sure.
I think a lot of the applicants, a lot of the casinos, the online books, they're all on the same page.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see. Over in California, the other big news that came out of G2E is the fact that both these props, 26 and 27, 26 is the retail tribal ballot proposition, and 27 is the online, both look to fail.
Okay.
All this money spent, record money spent, as a matter of fact, trying to get these two ballot initiatives passed, they're going to fail. And DraftKings and FanDuel both said 2024 looks like the target next date for them. So,
well, look, these ballot initiatives, in New Jersey it failed.
Yes.
Why New Jersey didn't have sports betting until in 2018 is because the ballot initiatives failed. So
again, I think
everything probably fails the first time, then the second time comes around.
Well, I think what you got in California, the online industry underestimated the tribal industry. The tribal industry is fighting with the online industry. I think maybe at some point they got to start looking at maybe working together at some point. But again, two different animals there: online sports betting, the tribal gaming, retail. So we'll just see exactly. Maybe both negative ad campaigns affected the voters' opinions more than anything else. So we'll never know about this one, but it looks like they're going to fail. 2024 is the next target date. Mississippi, one other thing out of Mississippi here. Mississippi has 26 commercial casinos in the state. They are finally at the point where they're saying maybe online is the way to go.
Okay.
And so they're all favoring to talk online sports betting in the next legislative session, which begins in January.
Great.
So we'll see what happens in Mississippi. That's it for this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. Please keep the press releases coming in, info@turnpikesportsradio.com. If you've been following along on TV, you'll see the ticker that's flying along below us. That has other news stories we didn't have a chance to talk about at the time allotted here. And you will also see a full print version of the book report on our blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button, and there'll be even more stories that we did not have a chance to hit in the 30 minutes here.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.